In Lebanon, supporters of two Shia movements have been fighting with anti-government protesters for the second night running. Hezbollah and Amal oppose protesters' demands for a complete overhaul of Lebanon's power-sharing system, where posts are divided on a sectarian basis. It's some of the worst violence since protests against the ruling elite began last month. Well, scenes like these are putting Lebanon's military and security forces in an increasingly difficult position. They've gone to great lengths to protect anti-government protesters for more than a month now. Confronting the powerful Iran-backed Hezbollah could ruin the neutral stance the military seeks to maintain and split its ranks. The army is one of the few state institutions that enjoy wide public support. It's seen as a unifying force in a deeply divided country. Well, earlier, my colleague Foliba Thibault spoke to Rami Khouri. He's a journalism professor at the American University of Beirut. She asked him what message Hezbollah and its allies are trying to send by putting their supporters out onto the streets.
So one theory is that this is a show of force just before the negotiations begin to create a new government, to maintain a certain role for them in the new government that's created. Another theory is that, no, this is not linked to any kind of political resolution. This is the Hezbollah and Amal and some other people allied with them saying we're fed up with this kind of citizen protest and the issues that it's causing, and we're going to send these people back home, as has happened in the past, where a little bit of rough handling by the young men of Hezbollah and Amal and others has sent protesters back home. So we'll see which way it goes.
Yeah, and the Lebanese army, meanwhile, finds itself in the middle of this. Can it stay neutral if the situation were to degenerate, if things were to get worse? Is there a risk that the Lebanese army could be facing off with Hezbollah's powerful forces?
No, there's no risk of an army-Hezbollah face-off. That's never going to happen. The risk is that the army would get pulled into the tensions on the street and some of the violence, and then perhaps the army would implode from within. It would collapse, and some Shia members, some Christian members, some Sunni members, some Druze members would all leave the army and go form their own militia. This is what happened during the Civil War when the army collapsed. But I don't think that's going to happen.